Hey guys, today we're going to be comparing and contrasting two popular brands of wall surge protectors. Over here, this is from the brand POWRUI on the left, and the right is from the brand GE. So let's go through all the pros and cons and help you pick which one of these you should buy. So to start with, let's talk about number of total outlets. Over here, this POWRUI has 9 total outlets. 6 of them are regular plugs. You have 2 USB-A's and 1 USB-C, where over here the GE only has 6 all plugs, no USB ports there, which was a little disappointing to see. But not only does it have less, but they're also spaced closer together. So if you have a lot of oversized plugs like this, odd-shaped sideways plugs, they're going to fit a lot better into this POWRUI than they are the GE. You might end up only being able to plug in 4 or 5 things into this, despite it having 6 outlets. So that is something to consider as well. Another thing to consider is this one can screw directly into the wall. If you want a more permanent hold, this one cannot. They both stay in there pretty nicely even without that screw, but that screw can be nice to have if you want a little bit more of a permanent attachment. This one is ETL listed, this one is UL listed. You definitely want one of those two certifications, so to speak, with any sort of wall surge protector. But what differs is the amount of joules it has. And joules essentially says, well, how many surges can this handle before your devices are no longer protected? This one has 1680. This one has 1200. So you do get a little more lifespan as far as more joules with the POWRUI and how that's concerned. The nice thing about the design of the GE is you can plug it in, and since there's nothing on the front, you can put furniture, a desk, etc. right up against it, flush against the wall essentially. No problems. With this POWRUI, if you have to put furniture up against the front, you lose, 5 outlets there? So you only get 4. So that is a big disadvantage to have. So that's one situation where you might want to go with the GE, as if you're putting furniture up right against your wall. But I do want to show you one other cool trick with this POWRUI, and that is it has a night light here, which is cool to see. It has 3 different levels of lighting, and of course you can manually turn it off if you don't want that night light at all. But I thought that was kind of a cool, fun feature for it to have that the GE just doesn't have there. So overall, those are the pros and cons to these devices. This is a little more feature packed, but this definitely has its place depending on where you're going to put this. Overall, if I had to choose one, I'd choose the POWRUI, unless you're going to be putting it in a spot with furniture directly in front of it and you need to put it flush against the wall, then that GE comes in handy. But other than that, I tend to prefer the POWRUI.